Daryl.
And I'm Mindy.
And I have a beard.
I don't.
And we're in Tallinn.
And we're the two
Food.
trippers.
I figured I'd grow this beard while we're in these Nordic/Baltic states. It's kind of a very good pattern. I think I'm going to shave it when I reach the next destination. Unless Mindy wants me to keep the beard, I'm not really sure if she does.
I like it either way. I never was previously into facial hair, I must admit, but it kind of looks good on you. So I let you decide. It is your face.
It is my face. Well, anyway, we're in Tallinn. And Tallinn is just a really amazing place with a wonderful old town. And it's kind of a blend of old and new because not only do you have this wonderful old town, but then it melds into this really cool hipster area.
Which is where we are now.
Exactly. We're in Ethona, over in an area called Teleskivi. Tell us more about it.
It's a popular restaurant. We ate here the other day, so we already know it's good. And we ordered some new food. We're going to have a blini and a snack board and some borscht. So lots of good food coming. But we really like Estonia and Tallinn. Tallinn is the capital city. There's so much here in terms of old buildings, but also new buildings, lots of history, lots of pretty views, lots of good food, and in some museums. Sometimes people think we don't go to museums. We've been to not one, not two, 3 museums.
A miracle. 3 museums. There's history being made on every city we visit here at Two Food Trippers.
We started off by doing a walking tour in the old town, and that was really good. It gave us a real understanding of the history. We got to see a lot of the pretty buildings.
You know, first pharmacy was in the old town. Do you know that?
Well, not the first pharmacy in the world. The first pharmacy. There's an old one in the city.
It was a pretty famous pharmacy.
Yeah, it was pretty famous.
So other than that, we also saw some museums too. We went on the coolest tour at our first hotel. We stayed at this wonderful hotel called the Viru. It's an old Soviet hotel. In fact, they talk about the fact that the hotel was built with micro-concrete, which means it was built with 60% concrete and 40% microphones. So, like, everywhere if you had stayed during the Soviet era, you were constantly monitored. They were very, very tough about letting Westerners, even out in the city, they wanted to know where you were at all times.
So there's a museum at the hotel.
There's a museum at the
What's
hotel.
it called?
It's called the KGB Museum at the Viru Hotel. Yeah, you just can't beat this. In fact, the Viru Hotel had 23 floors, but only 22 were available to guests. The 23rd floor was for KGB surveillance.
Yeah, court of business.
Yes.
And they have a lot of the remnants of it there. It was really interesting. Highly recommended. We also went to an art museum, an amazing art museum called the Kumu.
It's the Estonian Museum of Art, or the Estonian Art Museum. I think Kumu would be the one. We took probably the quickest trip to an art museum ever, but we saw some wonderful things. We saw more like Soviet art, which was
Estonian art during the Soviet era.
Well, but what you would see during the Soviet era is what they call heroic realism. It's this really kind of like pro-worker, pro-farm art. Plus, it kind of melded into that sort of abstract, almost modernism and just all the sort of the sarcasm. We saw also, remember we're in China, we saw that same thing where the art, what happened is people just got tired of making pro-Soviet art, so they sort of made anti-Soviet art in a subtle way, in a kind of humorous way, and that was wonderful. So where do we eat while we're here, Mindy?
We've been in Tallinn for a week. We've eaten at a lot of places, and most of them were good. So let's talk about the good ones, including some Russian food at Moon, which was an awesome restaurant. So good.
Oh yeah, and we drank.
Chef was awesome.
And we drank some great beer. They have a wonderful beer. Craft beer culture here, led by a brewery called Pohjola. Actually, we went out to Pohjola, and you can see some of the scenes from it here.
Before I came here, it was entirely dominated by the lager companies. There are three large lager companies, all producing in excess of millions of litres a year, and they all tasted the same. So this is our Imperial Baltic Porter. The name means knight, and this is the very first beer we ever brewed because, what really appealed to me about coming over to Estonia to brew was not that it was just another brewery to brew at. I loved Estonia, I loved Tallinn, but also we had a brewing cultural heritage in 100 years back. We know our malts, know our hops, we know what's going into the beer, so the end result, we know, okay, well maybe we can pep this up with a little bit of a cognac flavor in the beer. Maybe it needs that little bit of extra time aging, and then we bring in a bit of sweetness from the Pedro Jimenez sherry. I think it's definitely showing just how young craft beer is over here in Europe. Obviously, you go back, you look at Belgium, you look at Germany, you look at British styles. We can still really, really nail those historical ones, but I think that most people are just so blown away by the difference between like a British IPA and an American IPA that once they've tried an American IPA, they find it really hard not to try and go for that intensity of flavor. But I do think that we're seeing a move back towards kind of the local focuses, the historical focuses. So basically for me, it's the idea that someone anywhere in the world might pick this up, and they might never have heard of Estonia before until they've got this beer. So it's my adopted home country, and I would say like it's the chance to make someone not only have discovered Estonia, but it's also giving a really positive impression. So that's what really drives me in terms of the quality. It's just making sure that your experience is as good as possible.
We love their porter, their regular porter, their coffee porter, their Imperial Baltic porter. Their porters are outstanding.
Yeah, so that was a real highlight, just a great part of our trip. So where else did we eat, Mindy?
We ate at a really cute little restaurant called Fabrique. In fact, we like it so much, we went the next day and had coffee there. It was really good.
It was a great cafe.
And Lieb, a place called Lieb Resto.
Also at Rathskeller 16. That was our first meal here. They were wonderful people over there, and they served some wonderful food. I have to say, what you should know about Tallinn is it's a wall. The middle is a walled city. It's an old medieval city that's really, because of history and because they were probably taken over by the Germans and the communists and the Germans.
And going back to the Vikings.
They've been taken over by so many people. Through it all, they managed to preserve this wonderful old town. So you see all the little medieval alleys, the beautiful cobblestone trees. They have a wonderful Christmas market that we went through. Christmas is a big deal here. They claim the first Christmas tree was in Tallinn. I know that's not true, but they are very proud of this fact, and they're going to use it to the hilt. Great medieval town. But you leave the medieval town, and you go a little northwest of the city, and all of a sudden, it turns into Portland.
I know, he keeps comparing. Well, Daryl thought that Helsinki was like Portland until he came here, and then he knows that there's some Portland here in town.
Hey, some pretty good coffee, too.
Awesome.
Over at Efkona. I don't know the history exactly. We'll have to investigate this next time we come through Tallinn, but it's this old sort of communist factory area. Then, of course, being hipsters, they converted it all into coffee shops, food trucks, and restaurants. But it's cool. I mean, I like it. We just ordered some food. We ordered some borscht. We ordered a plate of charcuterie. Of course, we probably ordered too much for ourselves. And we ordered some blinis, just because we're in the festive mood here in Tallinn. A lot of Russian influence in the food. I think I really want to go home, if we ever go home, and make blinis. So it's like buckwheat pancakes with fish roe, sour cream, a little onion. You just can't beat that stuff. So we're going to be back with some food. We'll be back with our thoughts here in Tallinn. Well, as you've seen, I have tried this blini.
And I'm eating the borscht. It is yum.
No. Mindy, this is the food of my grandmother.
Me too.
I mean, this is amazing. You know, I think in many restaurants in the United States, they've refined blini to the point where it's like more of a luxury food, but blini are just this hearty, like buckwheat pancakes with a little bit of, I mean, this is a party. Party in your mouth, party on a plate. Amazing.
Yum, yum, yum.
And then a little bit of onion, a little bit of sour cream, a little of this. Oh my.
I love squishy eggs.
I mean,
Taste the borscht.
I want to taste the borscht.
It's really good.
You know, this is great. I have to say, another thing.
Very reasonable.
When we were growing up, we would go out to like the Jewish deli, and sometimes they would have beef borscht on the menu. My mom would order it, and we would just get. I couldn't keep my food down. It would just look so gross. But this is fabulous. It's beef, but it's also got some little bit of carrot and onion, and it's really wonderful. Really wonderful. The charcuterie plate. I mean, you can leave that to your imagination. Oh, well, I'm a piece of cheese.
Go for it.
It's
cheese.
Also really wonderful. You know, we love Europe so much. You know, we're going to be heading to our next destination. It's already going to be something else, like one of our most favorite cities in the world. We're heading there in just another hour. But
first, we're going to eat this.
We're going to eat this food.
It's so good.
It is so good. So, thank you for following us. Give us a thumbs up on YouTube, because we are the two
Food
Trippers. Please subscribe also. And until the next time we see you, we eat.
We travel.
We eat and travel. All right, everybody. Later on. Woo-hoo. Peace out.